Coming up with project ideas for Arduino or Raspberry Pi is probably easier than you think. My projects usually come from something I'm just pondering, something I might need, or I just want to try to better my skills, right? Usually I say, how can I use this? Has it been done? Is it even possible? And it's not always that has it been done before, but I'm not delusional in thinking that I'm always coming up with something that's revolutionary and never been thought of. But each of the pieces that I need to accomplish this, has that been done? Maybe different elements of what I'm doing has been done. Right? So the technology of snapshots and taking pictures already exists. Video technology exists, so I can use that. And maybe there's this motion aspect. When there's motion, take a snapshot, right? Or voice activation. All of those three things come together, so I know that it is possible, and I'm not trying to basically create something that's never been done before. Can I do it? You know, I can think, hey, I'm this great programmer or whatever, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm capable of doing something. And many times I've tried to do things and failed, and I'll give you an example of that. But we have to know what our strengths are and our weaknesses and what we're capable of, and how long will it take? Do I have the resources to get this done? So those are some of the things that I think about before I even start the project. So with Arduino and Raspberry Pi, I bought all sorts of components, right? I have temperature sensors, I have motion sensors, I have ping sensors, I have touch pads, pressure pads, solar panels, cameras. I have all sorts of things. So then sometimes what I do is I just look at what I have. Hey, can I use this? What can I do with this pressure pad? What can I do with this motion sensor? What can I do with these LEDs? What can I do with these buttons? And then I just seem to put these things together, right? Maybe I use this knob for something and this slider, and then I'm just being creative so that I am even sparking more ideas that come from that, even if it doesn't make sense, like this thing I have here. If you look back here, there's a motor that's spinning around, right? And what's happening is it's actually motion activated. So if I stop moving, then it'll stop. But as soon as I start moving it again, it'll start turning. So this here, disclaimer, I am not a mechanical engineer, but I was just thinking of ideas, right? So I know that automation has been done. There are many types of robots and everything, right? So I thought maybe a drawer or some sort I could open and close using a motor such as this, right? So I could have the motor turn this little bolt here, and then whatever this is mounted to will move, right? So if I have it mounted here and this begins to turn, then what inevitably happens is this moves out or in, depending on the direction. And also these nuts. So that's one idea. But see, what I found was that these threads are a little too fine. So I would have to spin this really, really fast or for a long time to even move this 3 inches. But I figured out that that is possible, and now I have some idea for maybe in the future what I could do, right? And then also I could use this same thing where I mount this, right? Or I can mount this, and then when this spins, I could turn blinds to open, right? So that's just one idea. So now I have this motor that I had set up already, and I had a motion sensor that I was doing some work with, and I was like, let me just try the two where maybe I could spin something. I don't know why, but in the future that may spark an idea. So what you may want to do is get all sorts of any idea you have, put it down. You want to light a light? Light the light. You want to light an LED? Make the LED come on. You want motion to turn it on? Turn it on. You want to spin a motor? Spin a motor. Stepper motor, servo, whatever. You want to check the temperature, turn the light on? Do that. Because the more of these skills you have, the more you develop, the greater chance in the future for you having to be able to do these things. And then you will spawn more ideas based off of what you are already doing. Depending on your resources or whatever, gather any sorts of parts and sensors and all of this that you need. Just always have them at hand, because right now I'm having a problem where I need SD card, but I don't have an SD card that I have free for use. So now I can't produce, but I may be eager, and now I have to go out to the store. And maybe when I get back, I'm no longer in the mood to make these projects come to fruition. So make sure you have all sorts of things that you can put together, and just start grabbing these things and start putting stuff together. That is how you come up with project ideas. And as I always say, The best time to start something is now.